Good evening, it's Brian here at Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. I want to show you this car here, 2017. This is a Honda CR-V. It's a 1.6 diesel SE Plus Navi, but it's also got dynamic safety.
Brian's my name. If there's any information you want on this particular car, please do give us a call, text, WhatsApp, whatever suits. 086 843 1945, 086 843 1945. Fitzpatrick's Garage.
We are a family-run business in operation for almost 70 years. There's a really noisy motorbike. Basically Honda, Hyundai, Mercedes, all here in the garage in Kildare, set up way back in the 50s. So family-run business. If you're going to be spending money on a nice car like this, you know there's going to be an after-sales service. So as we're saying, 2017 CR-V, we're going to have a look around the outside, we're going to have a quick drive in the car, and we're going to see what's going on the inside.
Just moving out of the sun, something I've learned over the last couple of years. Sunlight,
believe it or not, is actually not a good thing when you're trying to video a car. But anyway, okay, the front of the car, what is nice? What do I like? The chrome looks really well on the front of these cars. So you've got a nice big chrome section around the grille, and the daytime running lights, they move around the headlights, so they mimic the same kind of style as the grille. The fog lights are a nice chrome surrounded type, and then after that there's brushed aluminium across the bottom, which I think looks really smart in this car. And as we move around to the back of the car, again we have a nice brushed aluminium section along the bottom, which complements what we saw in the front. There's a nice chrome surround that actually is moulded into the tail lights as well, which looks really smart, and again complements what we've seen on the front of the car. And then after that, down the side of the car, if you see around those windows, there is chrome window surrounds. What's also nice as well, if we look up high, there is two brushed aluminium roof rails, and they're actually quite expensive. They're about 500 quid a go. They're standard on these 2017 models. And if you see the wheels, they're a nice diamond cut type of finish. So as you see along through here, they're nice and shiny. So basically artificial light, when it reflects on both surfaces, being the dark or the light colour. Artificial light at night time or when it's sunny, they're lovely and shiny.
This particular car has just landed with us, so I actually literally gave it the world's quickest wash and hoover because I just wanted to get it onto the internet to get it advertised. So it is going to get a full detail and clean up, and we need to get it into our workshop and get it checked over. It's a one owner car and it's in nice condition throughout. This car has very low mileage. It's got about 19 or so thousand miles. Just to give you an idea, we import these cars from the UK. The reason being, we actually have more people looking for them than we actually have cars. We have done it for years, but these are trusted sources. We always get them in the same place. One owner cars, always, from brand new with low mileage. So we stand over the cars, we register them into the county of your choice, and there's also warranty on the car as well. The engine that's in these cars, 1.6, 300 newton meters of torque, 120 brake horsepower, really good fuel efficiency. So we're going to see as we drive the car how we get on in a few minutes. In terms of road tax, 200 quid for the year, and you'll see in a while the fuel efficiency is really good in these.
Other cool features that you can operate from the key include things like lights, which are automated, and the other thing we can do is we control the windows, and also things like wing mirrors as well, again just using the key, so it's convenience closure. On this particular model then, parking sensors are standard on the front of the car as well as the rear, and we'll also see when we get inside the car that there's a parking camera to go with it.
So let's go for a bit of drive. I want to show you how the car handles and in terms of acceleration, but I really want to show you about fuel here as well, so let's go. So we're just going to see how the car drives. Great thing about CR-Vs is you're high off the ground, the visibility is good, the gear knob where it is in a lovely position, and it's a lovely sweet shifter as well. So one of the things people are always curious about is it's a big car with 1.6 engine. So second gear, into third gear, and it's 100 kilometers an hour, into fourth. Don't take my word for it, come try it yourself. You'll see the acceleration is very good. 300 newton meters of torque on these. And the other thing that's nice as well is it doesn't feel like an SUV. So in terms of the rolling and pitching and stuff on corners like this, it feels like a car. So you can kind of chuck it into corners and you'll be very, very confident about where you'll end up at the end. In terms of this example, we haven't got it to the workshop yet, but we will. But steering feels good, gearbox feels good, clutch feels good, brakes feel good. If I was to apply the brakes really heavily right now, stops nicely. And these cars are really brilliant on fuel, especially considering the size of the car overall. I've just done a journey which is around about 47 miles, which is the guts of about 80 kilometres from Meath down into Kildare here, and we're averaging nearly 72 miles per gallon. Realistically speaking, I think normal people are going to do somewhere in the region of about 50-55 miles per gallon, which is 5.5 or so litres per 100 kilometres, which is one of the best in this size of car. So just to show you, 46.5 miles. And we've averaged 71.9 miles per gallon, and it's specifically on this trip. So there's your confirmation. The reason I say most people do about 50-55 is usually because that kind of driving style is grand. I mean, it's a lot of B roads, and we did a bit of motorway as well, but the B roads are really handy on fuel. But it just gives you an indication, easy car on fuel. So as we've seen, the car is stylish, it is easy on fuel, it's easy to run, it's comfortable to drive. And the boot is gigantic. Check that out. Absolutely massive boot in the rear. Under here I have the previous UK plates, so if anyone wants to do a bit of a check, there is the previous reg, and there is your spare wheel. And in terms of these seats, you can also drop the seats down to this level here, so you end up with an obscene amount of space, basically like a medium-sized van. In terms of the rear of these cars, they are really wide opening doors, so anyone's got child seats or anything like that, it's quite easy to access in or around a child seat because the door opens nice and wide. Over here, electrics for windows, child locks in through here, there is 3 head restraints, there is 3 3-point safety belts, there is an armrest in the centre, there's ISOFIX over here, there's ISOFIX over here, there is ventilation here, kangaroo pocket here, kangaroo pocket here. The space is really good, so if I'm sitting in the back at 6 foot, this is the kind of space I have, and then this is the leg space I have. And in terms of what I see around me when I'm sitting in the car from a point of view, this is the kind of visibility that I'm going to have around me. One thing about them is 3 child seats across the back, doable, but it is an absolute punishment trying to do it. So you can do it, but it is hardship. But these cars are quite wide in the back, so technically you can have 2 ISOFIXes, but the middle one's got to be a booster. Moving into the front of the car, the usual stuff here like electrics for windows and for mirrors. The seat is height adjustable, there's lumbar support for your lower back in through here, and then obviously the normal adjustments you'd have. And the steering wheel is what's called rake and reach, so I can go in, out, or I can go upwards or downwards. One other thing we were saying, this car has a dynamic safety pack, so you see the way the blind spot indicator lights up in the wing mirror, so if somebody's coming up beside you along maybe this area here where you mightn't see them just as well, that lights up every time someone drives past you. It's also got lane change warning, which warns you when you drift out of your lane, and it's also got a speed sign indicator, which basically warns you to tell you exactly what speed zone you're in. This is not normal on this car, so this is a nice extra on this particular car. And one other cool thing actually on these, as part of the dynamic safety pack, you have your reverse camera, but this one's slightly different, so it has these normal views, but you see the way when someone's coming, and even before they enter the camera, the car is actually warning you that there's something coming outside of the vision that you can see within the camera, so very cool. Sitting in the car, this is the point of view that you're going to have. So in through here you have revolution counter, speedo, temperature, all that kind of stuff. We can manipulate information in here, which is average speed, fuel efficiency, all that kind of stuff in through there. Over here we have cruise control with a speed limiter. Over here then we have controls for radio, and we can also manipulate the iMid for, again, for average speed, fuel efficiency, current speed zone we're in, and all that kind of stuff. And then down through here you have Bluetooth. Headlights will be automated and operated from here, and wipers will also be automated as well. There's one quite neat trick up through here as well, which means you have electrochromatic rear mirror, which darkens itself when someone drives up behind you, and you have a conversation mirror, so you can see actually what's happening in the back of the car. Again, just giving you an idea of how you see things from a point of view. So over here, electrics for windows and mirrors, parking sensors and all that kind of stuff in through here, and lane change warning. Econ, which reduces how aggressive the cruise control and the air conditioner is. And then in through here, we have our Honda Connect, which is going to be things like mobile phone, Garmin Navi. We can basically stream music through Spotify and Bluetooth and all that kind of stuff. And we got some ridiculous stuff in here like internet browsers and calculators and calendars and all that kind of stuff as well. It's stuff you definitely don't need to have in your car, but it's cool to have. After that then, heating controls, which is my side and passenger side over through here. And then after that we have the lovely sweet gearbox in through here, drinks holders, and down through the centre you have in the armrest 2 USB connectors, HDMI if you want to play video, and a 12-volt outlet. And safety on these cars is top notch because you will have airbags front, side, you'll have anti-lock brakes, emergency brake distribution, collision mitigation warning, all sorts of stuff on the car, steel bars all down those doors, and panels for side impact protection, anti-lock brakes, everything there that you would expect on a car this size in terms of safety.
So that is our 2017 Honda CR-V. Brian's my name. If you want any information on the car, please do not hesitate to give me a shout. 086 843 1945.
If you want information about the car, if you want information about your trade-in, if you want information about finance, anything like that, call, text, WhatsApp, whatever suits. Hopefully the car is of interest. Thank you for taking time to watch.